Yes, sir, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting into Boomerang doing his thing. And man, oh man, I got a lot to say about Boomerang. I actually played him the most so far in this game, and there's a reason for that. I'm going to get into his skill gap and what I think is important with Boomerang. He is something special, I could tell you. If you master him, you're going to have one of the times of your life. But again, he's not user friendly. He's something you would have to start working on your game, let's just say, as you go. But top tier stuff. So let's get into it. Today we're breaking down the experience you're going to be getting with these different characters, and today we're talking about Boomerang. Boomerang is top tier stuff. I want to start off by just looking at the loadout area before we get into the full skill tree and break that all the way down. And I keep doing this to remind people the reason that we're going in here is because these actual slots are very critical. Okay, Boomerang starts off with the ability to use 3 different kinds of weapons. He has the shotguns, he has the submachine guns, and the snipers. This is probably the most versatile loadout when it comes to firearms in the game. He's actually the most versatile on everything, to be honest with you guys, but we'll get into that in a minute. But I wanted to start off with that and show you guys you do have the melee spot. His melee is crazy. It's the Boomerang, but what happens is you can melee enemies to get shields, but with him you can throw the melee. So having a long range melee is super good to be able to get yourself some shields and things like that, breaking these enemies down very easily. There's other slots, and we're not going to get into this. I did a video breaking this stuff down in detail, but I just wanted to tell you that all of these slots have very unique elements that you're going to be able to enhance your gameplay. As you can see right here, this is a very basic rare item, but when you get the legendary gear and more, you're going to have a lot of slots, a lot of information that you're going to use to enhance your gameplay, play style. We're breaking all that down right now. Okay, so just remember that and keep that in mind. Now when you get to level 30 on your skill tree, which I'm going to show in a minute, you'll get this squad skills. I do have a video breaking that down, but basically after you reach 30, there's another skill tree that you're going to dive into. Go watch that video after this one. Then there's even infinite slots. Okay, but we're not going to go down that rabbit hole for too deep. I just wanted to point that out for you guys. And now we're going to get into the actual skill tree while I break down my experience with the one and only Captain Boomerang and why he makes me excited. So I'm a player who likes to play every play style, and I will be not maining one character at all. But I do like characters that challenge me to get better, to get good, as they say, and to be able to do some wild things that probably not everybody else could, so I can show off in style that I have some type of skills. Okay, so this character is one of those characters. Using his Boomerang is actually the hardest device in the game because he shoots it straight forward. If you're trying to get away from trouble, you can throw it forward. And most people panic and they'll throw it forward instead of throwing it up in the air. If you need to, people will just throw it forward. So it can be costly compared to other characters. For example, the Shark or DeadShot, they can go up, straight up. Harley Quinn can grapple up or in a way as well. So a lot of easy things for them, but for him, he has to aim up and do this extra thing. It's a lot of unique elements, but the point is utilizing it is probably the biggest skill gap, and it's amazing. When I mean amazing, I mean like top tier stuff. And so you want to take your time and learn that first. I'm gonna have videos on traversal. I'll break all the way down and get into it as we go, but it's gonna be crazy. Okay, put that into your arsenal, because there's traversal strikes and there's suicide strikes, and then there's these skill trees that enhance those abilities and then also enhance your weapons and your gear that has even more abilities that will continue to make you a better player. Right, that being said, the way I played with him, man, I really loved the sniper and the shotgun combo. I felt like it was a dream come true, right? I get up close, pop off some shotgun shots. When I feel like I need to stay distance and I feel a little threatened or I'm not close enough yet, I can do a sniper shot. What I would do is get up high in the air, throw my boomerang to get up there, and then I'll pop off on a couple sniper shots. And as I come down, I'll teleport towards an enemy, switch over to the shotgun, pop off on a couple of people that I'm close to, and then use my grenade, go back in the air, and then kind of rinse and repeat some of that. That was my first original playstyle when I played as him, and I absolutely enjoyed that versatility to not have to just get stuck with one certain playstyle, whether it's up close or long range, you know, having that versatility. Now I'm going to be making builds for all of these characters, and I'm just telling you about the type of builds you can make without really getting deep into it. But right now we're showcasing the skills, and I want to talk about them for a second because, again, he's the most versatile. He has some good survivability, but he also has the traversal, which makes him a monster. He's able to throw enemies in the air. He's able to freeze them and do all this insane stuff that doesn't only help you, but it helps your teammates. So imagine you throw up 5 guys in the air with one of your strikes, and your teammates are shooting at them and you're shooting at them. Everybody's having a blast, popping off some damage. And while I'm not saying he's a support character, he does have a support role on some of his attacks. And there's other characters like DeadShot that will focus in on one target versus our amazing Boomerang who can get multiple guys. And you got to know that this game is going to have a lot of ads. So even though you might think it's a support role, I think that you can use him to crowd control and manipulate and win solo. Okay, so that's just my personal thoughts, and we'll see once the full game releases and I'm allowed to drop some builds and some really cool stuff that I really love about the game. We'll get into it, but feel free to drop what you think is gonna work. If you playing this already, tell me what build and play style you have. Feel free to share that in the comments. I'll gladly, you know, give you feedback and then also possibly feature it if it's something good. We want to try and make a community out of this game and have some fun, because I'm going to be playing a lot of it all year long. Their content is looking good. So appreciate you guys. Go ahead and check out the next video popping up in just a little bit. We appreciate you out there. Stay safe out there. Peace.